resume.
Hello. I hope your day is well.
Yeah, it's going alright. Hey guys, Trevor's Noob here.
And Drake Razorfang.
And welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Last time, we learned the secret of the funhouse. Now, how the hell did the killer use it, and who the fuck is the killer?
Yep. And how much is gravity involved in this?
I'm trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy. I might as well have a laid-back, so what attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw! But be careful that your batteries don't run out for various reasons.
Probably a holdover dialogue from it being on the Vita initially.
And just like
And maybe PSP. I forget if 2 was on the PSP or not. I know 1 was. Because the PSP version is what the original fan translation thing was made from.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just... Is it really alright to accept a situation?
Chucky's played so many games, she's used to plot twists.
I mean, that's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekumaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
Honestly, a fair doubt.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
But also that, yeah.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
He's right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hose, but I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know. If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
Wait for a case or 2 from now. I feel like you are so gonna be a victim.
You say such falsehoods, per usual. There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder.
I do self-defense murder, but that's a whole nother situation.
Desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
About that.
I see.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
God.
Akane, you were drooling waterfalls?
I could actually imagine that happening.
Anyway, if the killer used the building structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
V8, because I swear it's Michelle Ruff right now.
Thought it was Wendy Lee.
Oh, right, yeah.
Who plays Lynn and Athena in Ace Attorney.
Right, yeah, I don't know why. Her voice just then sounded a lot like Yukari.
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
Oh boy. Hey!
I see.
Gravity!
Yeah, me knowing full well the cause of death, when you first mentioned gravity, I was like, okay!
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Don't just make things up when you don't know the method. Where
I
in
mean,
that building
fair, but
would
we're
you
getting
be
there.
able to push someone off in the first place?
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Unfortunately, not the
Did
case.
you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the door on the 4th floor won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
Okay, no, this is your gimmick Gundam, but harsh.
But my gut is going crazy right now.
That's because you're hungry.
When the elevator is on the first floor, you can't go through the door on the fourth floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Nekomaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first floor and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside, the other door won't open. Which means the elevator wouldn't have moved either.
That must be the threshold of that elevator.
When the elevator is on the first floor, you can't go through the door.
It'd be impossible.
Then, after locking they moved the elevator from the fourth floor to the first and made use of the drop.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor? As long as there's a moving object inside.
Boom.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah.
That sensor should only work if something is moving. If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
Bingo.
Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed. All of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed him, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have just moved along with it.
Fair.
Not if they tied him with the wire.
There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me.
Oof.
Silence, pest!
Now you're calling me a pest?
Fucking rip. Alright, time for another debate.
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
Do not
The
interfere.
arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
Oh my god.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
Silence, pest!
Don't be so cold. What if I start to enjoy it?
Oh no. Oh god.
If you arrange it a certain way,
I want to say it's wire with one of the statements, like, you know, this plus this equals solution.
Yeah.
It's, we've already established what the chain was for.
Yeah, and the other one was broken doorknob. Under the tip of the toe. Keep the base pulled out. There's some scratch marks on the knob itself and a doorknob from the
I'm
front.
just gonna double check what the actual solution is so I can give proper hints if needed. The annoying thing about this week is I keep having to
you
scroll
can
down
cause the drop
every so
within
often.
the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is...
Bye, Shadow.
The hammer is suspicious.
Nope.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
I will say you were on the right piece of
What
evidence.
about the oil on the floor?
Oh.
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Basically, evidence plus evidence equals solution.
Agree with that.
Gotcha. Evidence 1 plus evidence 2.
Yep.
Didn't the doorknob have scrape marks on it? Might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Some
Bingo.
of that wire was tied into a loop. If the elevator moved while that loop part hung from the doorknob...
If they did something like that, he would have been suspended in midair.
That was just a matter of letting his weight take the course because he was a robot.
That's right. He was suspended in midair. Huh? The killer tied up Nekomaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Great Tower. And suspended Nekomaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well
Fucking God.
kinda like...
You better not finish that sentence.
The killer took advantage of the elevator's...
Also
unique
thinking about it, it is a bit of a joke given something you might have noticed about his character sprite.
By doing that, they created a drop so Nekomaru could fall to his death.
Too easy.
Buddy.
So what if they created a drop? There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like that, then how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
A fair question, let's answer that.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wire, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him up. There's no way they could do that.
Oh, okay, I got scrapped. Yeah, I doubt you really gotta watch that.
Push him off.
Some of these get rude,
It's possible that he fell on his own.
but you got more than enough.
What? Nekomaru fell on his own?
Dude. That's what we're trying to say. Why would you contradict that?
What?
'Cause I'm an
Nekomaru
idiot.
fell on his own?
8 cuts, by the way.
Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop. Moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story. What? Nekomaru fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the
Why would
time.
this
In that
hammer be
case,
in there?
you still won't be able to
That's
explain that moving the elevator with Nekomaru is just impossible. End of story.
Let me put it this way. What would get him out of sleep mode?
What? Nekomaru
Oh.
fell on his own? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how would he even wake up?
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode. Which means the killer set the alarm before they suspended Nekomaru.
Boop the nose. Boop the nose, kitty cat.
If you woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why,
I'd freak the fuck out too.
Yep.
if something like that happened to you, you would start panicking a lot, right?
They'd be like, what the fuck? And bye.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make it fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Yep.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
I'm kind of all along it, but yeah.
Well, that would be from it
Nekomaru
slowly sliding
didn't
away.
fall because the wire came off, right?
Yeah.
He fell because the entire doorknob came off. When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Then it, fell out on impact.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Probably.
That's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it
Oh
up.
my god.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
Do you finally understand now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that right, Miss Sonia?
Oh my god, no!
If I'm a
No!
fucking pig,
Cease!
you can say
Cease!
so.
Cease! Cease!
No,
Cease!
I believe you gave your all.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
This guy, he gets off on this.
So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still
Oh,
hanging
Soda,
upside down.
why are you like this?
That doesn't mean he just crashed straight into the floor. Of course, you know that too, right?
Yeah, we know which impact it was.
Mm-hmm.
I see!
Meow.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered.
I fucking called it!
Why oil was
No, you
spilled
fucking
all
didn't.
over the place.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My
Akane,
guess was totally
stop.
right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
The floor probably would have done just as much damage.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because even though I slept in a little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before 7 a.m.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
It appears
However,
yet another contradiction has been
You recall a
unearthed.
certain statement, right?
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
The clocks are wrong.
That's what I want to know.
At least just a normal debate here.
We headed for Grape Tower.
Just to be extra sure. At 5 a.m.
Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Also true.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest. That's gotta be it!
I guess.
Well, real quick, do you remember a certain fact about Nekomaru?
Oh, yeah, because he's like... I don't remember the particulars, but his is like super fucking accurate. It's not the one that can be manipulated.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
That's it. Hold on. Hold on. Ah, okay.
Yep.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest
Yep.
was set for
For
7.
those wondering, yeah, that's the only fair question to ask because it had been a few
Illusion.
weeks.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
Smart move.
No, that's wrong.
It's like, I don't think we'd hit that. Slightly up.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Kazuichi?
Well, not that clock.
Maybe the
but
clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
Oof.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
Okay.
There's no possibility that the time was tampered with. Then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding.
I never misunderstand. I'll crush you into
Oh my
dog
god.
food.
Logic dive?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how they would word salad this one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm so glad I thought to give us the speed up move. Imagine these without that.
Mm-hmm.
Or by speed up move, I mean speed up the turning. The speed up button's always been there.
Yeah. Okay, question 1. What did Hajime and the others misunderstand? The murder happened, who the killer is, the time in the building.
Yeah, who the killers is the thing we're just trying to fully solve, which we're getting to.
Mm-hmm. Singular path.
Yep.
Well, I'm reminded of like Star Wars pod racing. Which clock was tampered with? Old Nekomaru, the building's clock.
Yeah. Like, we just confirmed why 2 of those can't happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Into the drink.
Oof.
While passing through it, no less. I didn't jump because I'm an idiot.
Always when we forget the jump button. I know I've done that before in games.
I didn't forget the jump button, I just didn't press it in time. Okay, question 3. Which house had the wrong time? I'm pretty sure both.
Yeah, because Fuyuhiko said he checked every clock.
Mm-hmm. They're all the same, then they're all the samely wrong.
Whee! Guess I rolled get. It does feel like it would be a special stage.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm pretty sure the Knuckles Chaos special stages are like that.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
About that.
But what if all those clocks have been messed with?
What? All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed
The
it.
reminder, we can't fuck with Nekomaru's.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, how much was the time off?
Yeah. Because his clock stopped at his time of death.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we know the way to figure it out.
Hopefully. Okay.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death. It's clearly 7:30 a.m.
True.
Yes.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down?
Rumbling about 5:30.
If only I heard the sound when he fell. It would have been a great clue.
Or his scream.
He's not the type to let out a scream.
If only Nekomaru's alarm.
Have you heard him? He's nothing but
You
yelling.
would have heard it too.
There's no point in saying that. If does not exist in this world.
Okay, so yeah, you know which one it is,
I'm
right?
pretty sure it's agreeing with
radio clock,
Sonia
the time of
with
death.
Akane's
It's
account.
clearly 7:30 a.m.
The problem is, what time would 7:30 in our time?
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that? If only I heard the sound when he fell.
I agree with that. That's right. We should have heard the sound he made when he fell. Wasn't it that rumbling noise?
Rumbling?
I thought it was just an earthquake, so I went back to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it.
That would make
We
noise.
hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge.
Creating the
What
alibi.
is it, Sonia?
Oh, well. That sound everyone heard?
Well,
I
you had
did
the
not
deluxe
hear it
room.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pangs.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
And how do you know that for so sure?
You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Well, there we go.
Excellent work, Akane.
Kitty. He's holding my hand hostage.
I see! Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30,
Don't bite me.
that means our time was off by 2 hours.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would
Yeah.
have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
It does, you just have to, you know, try to shoot yourself to see him.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious, so they can lure out just Nekomaru. If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
Yep.
From there, the killer's plan was a splendid success. That's all it means. I see! That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us? We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time. That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
That was him going to Tai Chi.
If I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Which would have been around 7.
And if that time was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Tai Chi, right on schedule. I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
When you said everyone, you were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it?
Fuck!
What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
Are you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
I don't think that was the phrase.
No, I don't think so.
Wrong. Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
Unfortunately, I don't think you are.
That's not it. It's incorrect.
Foot in mouth is what you were looking for.
That's definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Moving on.
Just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar.
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
Huh? What the hell do you mean?
What do I know that you know that I know?
What you talking about, Willis?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Actually, whoever does have an alibi is the prime
Really?
suspect.
Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
The sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge. We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Which means that person does not have an alibi for when Nekomaru fell?
Who is it? Who's the bastard?
Wait. I can't check my evidence. Right. Because Nagito, I don't think he was there. So I like... My immediate thought is him, but I'm pretty sure he was there. It's pretty much either Nagito or Gundam.
Oh, think about it. Remember how they chose who got what room?
Oh, lots. He had the deluxe room and couldn't hear it. Right?
Yes.
It's ultimate luck.
Yeah.
You're the only one! The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
If that's the case, where were you?
Please, say something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
Is that a wrestling move?
Either that or a piloting move.
If I may be frank,
No, you're Nagito.
even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't. You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
You're definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry House.
Yeah, different house
But
and
I
all.
did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too. I was in a pretty deep sleep, so I thought that's why I couldn't hear it. But it wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
Couldn't hear it? What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Alright.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You know what to spell though, right? I'll say this, it's a plural.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Penny for a D, please? There you are.
Would it be a dime for a D?
Penny for your thoughts.
Penny for a ponder. Alliteration's fun. Ooh. Oh, that was close. Oh,
There you are.
Get back here. Yeah, I think his counterpart got blown up.
Oh, there you are.
Nice. Wait, you pushed the wrong button.
Crap. I definitely did. That's the wrong button again, crap. I'm losing my mind.
No, not the right ooh sound game. There we go. Man, that one stray O getting blown up really fucked with us.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nagito, Sonia, and Chiaki, the three of you were staying in deluxe rooms, right? If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
Completely and utterly soundproof.
And excellent air insulation for whatever that's worth.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation. You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
We don't need the sarcasm right now, buddy.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Hold on a sec. Why does that lead to who the killer is?
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer.
Decisive factor?
They gave you all the clues. Question is, with how long it's been, do you remember all of the room arrangements?
Right. Probably sus.
God damn it.
I have to. Crap.
Because remember, there were 2 deluxe rooms in each house.
Pretty sure he had the other
You're
one.
the only one!
Yes, remember when I asked you at the very start of the trial of who you thought of your current theories?
Yeah, it was either Gundam or Kazuichi, and it was mainly just... I had the argument, where did it go? Crap. I hate it when that happens.
The one of them making up their own alibi.
Yeah, basically a repeat of the last one where it's like, no, that's exactly what they want. They want this to be like, oh, we all have alibis. It's definitely like, not us. It's like, no, it just makes you more suspicious in my mind.
When the alarm rang at the Strawberry House Lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
About
How
that.
were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko. Me? After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I
And the
correct?
deluxe rooms are in the back, so you'd have to pass by it and he would be seen.
Until the moment that alarm started.
Yeah, because
ringing,
especially
right?
wearing stark black in a bright pink area.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Nekomaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with the wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
I mean, that was check and mate
Once
right
they
there.
tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
And thus, alibi
And
set.
They were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room, just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge. So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him,
Yep.
he would have been found
He was
out.
kind of trapped.
That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but how ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Something.
Answer me this, including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction. How many ears do we possess?
10? Question mark?
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human. The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
That's your argument, huh?
Is that
Uh-huh.
your argument? You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. Shall now commence.
I can bullshit my way out of this. That's exactly what that face says.
At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm. That's right. That's all it was. The world is always so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway. So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
God, when you say it like that, it makes me feel like I'm wrong.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
Hey! What do you mean this trial is just...
Might come and take offense to that one.
Perhaps I should say, it's just a farce. Just a boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it?
Did you ingest poison? Because didn't they say there was poison in the octagon as well?
At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
Ah, you said opening act again!
Please hold on! We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal!
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption. In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
God, I love Chris's deliveries.
Based on
He
your
does a great job as
assumption,
Gundam.
I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I mean, before you break the damn thing, you do it that way, then you break it.
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator. Plus, the stopped elevator should have been facing the Grape House side. If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House.
Yeah, there goes your initial argument, is the fact that the elevator was still at Grape House.
For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
If the elevator was broken at Grape House, he wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing, which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we still got a tiny few more things to go through for a closing argument.
You cannot overcome this contradiction.
That's wrong.
Sorry, what you got, yo? Now, I will say this one now, you'll be using none of those bullets.
Okay, fun.
That elevator was
Just making that
the only means
speed
of
up a
travel
bit.
between the two houses.
As
long as that elevator was broken,
remind me how to grab.
your assumption
Hold.
collapses.
You hold the button.
Plus, the elevator
X
was
or hold triangle.
Hold triangle.
Gotcha.
broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
You know which one to use, right?
I'm pretty sure it's grabbing the first one and
That
using it
elevator
on
was
for the passage.
the only means
Other
of
way
travel
around. Just
between
gonna say
the
it
two
now. Other
houses.
way around.
Oh, okay.
As
Yeah.
long as that elevator was broken, your assumption.
Plus, the elevator broken at Grape House.
Does that
if the
make
killer
sense?
cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
Give me.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already? That elevator was the only means of travel between.
No, that's
And there we go. Yeah, I get, like, these trials get long. I don't want to stay here too long just for some, for like getting it right, but also wrong.
Without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Then why don't we ask the person
So it's
who
like,
actually
you had the right idea. It's just, you know, you flip it.
Nagito.
Why must you be the crux of this argument?
Nagito, You should know. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Hello!
Because I showed up.
There's a
Come on,
secret
in a jump
passage
scare.
From the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up.
But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down,
Yep.
surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third
The same
floor
place we
of Grape
completed
House.
your social link.
Yeah.
Meaning the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want. If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Yeah, it makes sense you're really trying to argue this.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
I mean, wasn't it pointed out to us?
There's no way they didn't know.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Big, you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Eat a Snickers, Gundam.
Here we go.
Great.
Well, we gotta go through the first bit
Even
anyway.
if the turbine box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Oh, that's some
Provided
bullshit.
You use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion.
Can you tell this was originally designed with the Venus touchscreen in mind?
Yeah.
Even if the turbine box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh my god. That wasn't even enough for a mash, are you
Even
kidding?
if the turbine box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole.
Nice.
However, how frail,
Oh, I just noticed you can actually see what the threshold you need is.
illusion.
I never even caught that
To the
before.
progeny of vile deities?
Remember your diagonals.
Alright.
Even if the turbine box
Perfect
doesn't
on this
exist,
shit.
you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Crap. There we go.
Okay.
I already
Holy
proved
shit.
the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion,
That is not what we need to
pray to the
contradict.
key which dwells in the light.
Or maybe it was. What? Oh. Pfft.
Oh.
Know the
Uh-oh. Let me double check what we need. Oh wait, no, I know. Oh wait, no, never. Okay, yeah, no. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say this now. It is the wire. It is the wire.
Yeah, that.
limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon.
It could have been either the wire or the hammer.
If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of...
Allow me to cut through those words. The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon.
I guess
and
you
a chain
could
on
probably
door
use the
at the
hammer
top.
or the yeah. Just
Those were all
they
the
had
pieces
tools.
that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
The only place I can think of
is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too. Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
It seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now. Hey, what are you...
My methods!
By messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The
You're playing the
was
summaries
probably broken
music!
by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point.
I was just like, he stole my bit! He stole my fucking bit!
Just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
Yeah.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
I would laugh if this, like, panic talk action is between him and Nagito.
That would be something.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Again, major props to Chris for the deliveries.
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ah, you make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
Means 10 TP.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
Yes, we get it. Moving on.
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
That's fair.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
It's not, though. It's a 5-on-1
Just as
situation.
I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple...
So, you can probably guess what the PTA
It's
is.
just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human.
AKA, break the defenses and hit them with the
Fulfilled
statement.
Either of those yet.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesies! For the Tanaka Empire! Uh-oh. I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
There it goes.
This is the end.
Yeah, that's how I realized which button was where.
At first I tried the D-pad, and then I had to do the other buttons.
That would do it, yeah.
You didn't get behind Nekomaru. You should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you. Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button
Yes!
on the back of Nekomaru?
Yes, I am.
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundams. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Whoosh!
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton.
Yeah, which we didn't
right?
fucking see ourselves because someone skipped that event flag.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to
Well,
admit
damn.
it.
Well played.
Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and
Give us this, just like, Hajime, just give us the fucking summary at this point. Come on. That's basically what he's saying.
Corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere.
And Naruto's gonna be like, didn't I do this already?
Yes, but sure got interrupted, fucker.
Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
Hajime, do your thing.
Of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
And then you died because you fucking up. I'm sure some players done that.
Oh boy. Stop. Who said the lounge?
Don't think we have that yet.
Hamster pressed it. Press the button. The chain around the doorknob. That's a huge hammer. I read that as there's a huge hamster.
I never thought of a different, like, meme phrase. Who's in the lounge since early morning? Oh, that's an image in the lower left.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. Or maybe.
Yeah, because he is on the ground there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there are 10 pages of this. What's the fake weapon? There's a huge hammer. Stop it, too. Just. The doorknob came on.
Oh, I see clock. Hold up.
They did what?
Wow, that nothing. They did nothing.
I'm set for factory. It's 2:40. Dang, dude. Time to see. We don't have that yet.
I think we'll be behind the loop.
What after making tower? Nothing so far. Who gathered at the lounge? We
Nothing
don't have
yet.
that.
Oh, there we
By
are.
default, the doorknob. Doctor. We got one down. Who heard the rumbling noise?
I believe it would also be us. Yuck. Go back. There's only so many slots left.
We got that. Oh, I don't think we have that. Pretty sure what? I don't think we have that either. When did we...
Oh, well, there we are. I think. Wait, there's... Yes. Oh, yeah, it's 5 right now. Yeah, 'cause that's the hour hand and the second hand, so...
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's that. And we're done.
In this case,
I'm glad they got past the whole go through it all until you hit the mistake thing.
many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck.
To be fair, that would not sound out of places like his stand ability. He's like, I have the power of hamsters. What? You're already dead.
Rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru.
It's a really good thing for them. They don't have the don't break locks rule.
They used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think any of these people have threatened to break into some place they aren't supposed to be.
True. Yeah, well, they haven't really found something like that.
I mean, they did find that one place.
Yeah, there's the Future Foundation building, but it's not like, how would you even break into that?
I mean, if Nekomaru was alive, he would punch it.
When that happened, the elevator
I
like
feel like he already tried that back when they first got to that island. Probably. Like,
And
off-screen,
Nekomaru's
maybe.
body was still inside, dangling
Like,
upside
you know, at least
down
the
in
comic
midair from the
tried.
wire.
the killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful. And placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died.
Can I just say I really love the way they draw the fact that they are food deprived?
The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
What?
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe you killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam
At least he accepts it. Like, it's like, you know what? You got me? You outsmarted me? Well, fucking played.
My beloved, deadly foes.
Plus, I think the fact that we ourselves pointed out the Devas made him go, you know what? Yeah, no, you actually did think of everything. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You remembered my talent.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And here we go.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! Crap! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
Rip.
What if that actually happened during recording?
Would not surprise me. So can I also say something having gone through that recap again? Yeah, so that's how you do a goddamn gamble trial. Because, like, again, like they mentioned, it was a risky one, but it was a risk he had to take. Or he wouldn't have been able to do it at all.
Yahoo! Yah-ah! Nice!
Now then. Jeez.
Fall, my tears. Listen well.
Ah, yep, alright.
How pitiful. Fine.
Damn it!
This, too, must be the will of causality.
You.
And here we go.
Let's make history.
That is...
Let me tell you this.
Yep, basically, one of us was dying.
Huh?
So you set this up, buddy. It's either you or me.
I can see it!
Could it be?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
I should use that.
What is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might. I won't go easy on you. Don't even think about holding back.
All I can do is like, you know what? Challenge accepted. Let's do this.
Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics. Give me everything you got.
Nekomaru need I. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire.
That is...
Let me tell you this. You weakling! Fall, my tears. If you flinch, you will die! Let me ask. Fine.
Not quite.
Listen well. I shall engulf this world. I renounce you!
You.
But...
Damn it.
Fine. Fall, my tears.
Oh. You...
Let's make history.
Well?
As far as hamsters.
My name is Gundam Tanaka. Fade like dust in the wind.
In the name of pandemonium, eh?
It's like, yeah, there's a reason Gundam is one of my favorite characters.
Yes, indeed.
Please wait. I beg of
Fine. What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end! Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
That's a really good line, honestly.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
What? Oh, that's a pineapple. In the back of his mind, he's like, why am I going in the wrong direction?
Yeah, first time playing through the game, that one really got to me because Gundam is a good dude, and like it's clear that the reason he did everything was to help everyone, even if he didn't admit it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! The worst.
Oh.
You are right.
You are right.
Hey!
Wait!
Now then.
Hey, hey!
It's not like that.
Duh.
Hey, hey.
Yeah, we are all very hungry.
Right?
We need to fully refresh our bodies. Yeah, I really like Danganronpa 2's Chapter 4.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, Nagito, what are you...
Oh,
Never mind.
He's in his own room.
Oh. Ah. Hmm.
Well... Damn it. It's obvious.
Well, that's gonna be a fun little tease for later.
Mm-hmm.
Now then.
Oh, well, right now.
What? Okay.
What's this? What's the matter?
Hmm? Well...
Hello.
Hey.
Hmm? Say what?
You don't even know? Isn't that right?
Of course.
But...
Who knows?
Hey.
Hmm?
Well, right?
Hmm? You're getting all riled up. Hmm. No. Shing!
Oh, God.
Oh boy.
Huh?
Hey.
Yep.
Right?
No.
He's like, tempting, but no.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well... You're right. Huh?
About that.
Not completely wrong there, honestly.
Like...
Well...
Say what?
You don't know?
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves, buddy. Someone else already has that title.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. See? Hey.
That's...
Oh, you can tell we're getting to endgame territory soon.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, one thing I should mention, all the main games are 6 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Super close. I was worried for a second because I didn't know if it was open or not at that angle.
Not yet.
But I feel like they also handled the whole character coming back in a unique way, only to die immediately type thing much better here.
Mm-hmm.
Considering it could have easily also been the other way around.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is Oh my fucking god, that pun. But yeah, that's chapter 4. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. This has been the Triforce of Doom.
And Drake Razorfang.
Peace out.